Hey, y'all. It's Michelle from Monkey's Creations. We are live from the Logitech. The Mevo decided it wanted to take the day off, y'all. So we're just going to use my other camera. So I had to quickly switch everything out. So let me find you on my iPad. Come on, why isn't it switching? Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. There we go. I gotcha. Woohoo! Good morning, everybody. So we are going to do, this one is going to be really quick. It's not going to take long at all. Um, this one is a kit, but I only have 4 of them. So it's almost like a de-stash kit. Still trying to get rid of tons of supplies. So I'm like, well, let's just do a kit with these amazing tangerine mini roses. Are those not gorgeous? They're actually showing up kind of dark on the screen, but they're not as dark as they look. Um, but they are really, really pretty. So there are 4 of these listed on my website, monkeyscreations.com. So go grab one if you want. Perfect for Mother's Day. Um, hello, hello. So let me bring you down. Sorry, the small view is throwing me off, y'all. It's throwing me off. Hello, hello. So you get in this kit, you get your ring board, you get your zip ties, and you get the gorgeous tangerine mini roses. You get 16 bundles because you need 1 bundle per row. Okay, I know, aren't they pretty? Um, so they come with 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They come with 5 stems on the bush. So you're just going to cut them all off. And as you can see here on my board, we're doing every other 2 and 3. So 2, see where I have that 3? 3, 3, 3, 3. So I mark right on my board where I'm putting my set of 3 stems. Okay. I'm loading my board, as you can see, from the outside hole to the inside, from the inside to the outside. So you get 2 sets per row. Does that make sense? And then it's so easy. All we have to do is cut them up and put them in, y'all. Can't get much easier than that. So this one's going to get 2. Now I leave my stems as long as I can get them. Let me show you what I mean by that. Let me grab this. It's one that I cut off of already. Um, so right here, where that ends, is where I cut them off. That way, most of the time, not always, but 90% of the time, you'll be able to double zip tie. So see how these zip ties go into this set? So it's actually going to be double zip tied. All right. You can find these on Amazon, or you can get the kit from my website. There you go. So we're going to do 2 and then 3. So we're going to grab 2 of our flowers, and these are adjustable. So if you want to move the stems up or down, um, I'm just kind of keeping them in place. And then once we get it all done, we can go back in and adjust if we need to See, like here's like a little divot. So I can go in and just kind of move things around, bring them up and down, um, like that. Hello. Are you putting 3 in the same row or altering? So I'm doing 3, 3, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, all the way around. So this one's getting 2. Sometimes it's almost just easier to use your fingers, right? And then we're doing 3. And it doesn't matter if you put them side by side or one on top of the other. And then you can see, I kind of put my thumb here and I kind of lift them up a little bit. That way they're not laying flat. Hello, everybody. So see how we kind of have a little hole there? So all you do is just go in, kind of move your stuff around. You can lift them up. But something different than the tulips, right? Hey, hey. Good morning, good morning. You late to the party? Well, it just got started. 'Cause you showed up. Was that good? Thanks for floating my boat. I appreciate it. But this one's easy peasy. I know, aren't they pretty? I just love them. Hello, hello. When you made the last long dragon, what did I cut the board with? A jigsaw. A jigsaw. I liked your window last night, Angie. Hello. I know, isn't it pretty? I think I was looking, I was cleaning up my website, and I think there's still like 3 or 4 of the yellow kits of the mini flowers, but those would be perfect for Mother's Day as well. You need 16 bushes, 5 stems come on my bushes, so you need 16. Or you can just get the kit from monkeyscreations.com. Was that a shameless plug? Hey, hey. And 3. We will cut this one down just a little bit. You got a kit? Yay! And this wreath is actually available on my website as well. It's under live with today's date. Yeah, I'm going to have to cut these down just a little bit because we're working underneath. So if you want the finished one, it's on my website as well. Thanks, Trina. I love to come up with new ideas. I don't always like to do what everybody else is doing. All right, so now we're going to work up right up underneath. So let's lift these up. Now we're definitely going to have to cut these down a little bit more. Because we just don't have enough room under there. And then if you wanted to add a bow, you could. This one doesn't necessarily need one, because I don't want to cover up money, right? But if you wanted to add one, you could. And I'll show you an option. Now the ribbon doesn't come in your kit, but I'll show you an option that I would use if you want to add a bow. Some of these moved around. Look how pretty that is, y'all. Is that not pretty? So it's fine just by itself. You don't need to add anything else. But if you wanted to add a bow, let me show you what I would do. This out of the way. So let's find our top. So this is our top. So I would find a ribbon, something like a natural ribbon, like this. It's see-through. You can still see the roses through the ribbon, but I'm really looking for a 1.5 in that. And I thought I had one. I wasn't going to add a bow, but I want to, so I want y'all to see what it would look like if I added a bow. So forgive me for looking. I don't see my 1.5. Maybe I didn't have a 1.5. Maybe I did just have the 2.5. But if you wanted to add a bow, now this ribbon you don't dovetail, you just cut it aslant, okay? So I would add, and I'll measure this. I don't know what it's going to end up. So like 44 inches is what I cut that as. But remember, I'm going to put it in the middle and I'm going to curl it. So I want it a little bit longer because this holds a curl really, really well. That's weaves in and out. Are you talking like a bridge? You could definitely do that as well because you're still going to see your money underneath, right? Um, but I don't think I would do that on this one, but that doesn't mean you can't. Oh, goodness. All right, that's got a little kink, so we're just going to cut it off right there. And then whatever we can get out of this as far as loops. Oh, that's going to be too big. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Let's just do a 6-inch loop. Bring that to the 12. So we'll just scrunch that. Even on both sides. You couldn't think of bridge? No, you can't run out of ideas. Now, sometimes I do like getting a lull, just like either everybody else. Like last week, I was just like I couldn't, or the week before, I don't know. I just couldn't, my mind just wasn't working. I had too much on my mind. Nothing was coming together. And so you just take a break, y'all. So when you don't see me for a few days, then generally it's because I just can't think. And it happens, and it's okay. All right, so let's cut that down. And we're going to cut this down, the one on the inside. I'm recharging, exactly. But see how that just one loop on each side is just awesome. So let me make sure I've got my top. Right there's my top. So I'm going to put my bow right off to the side. So we're just going to dig through the flowers. And I'm going on my 2 inside holes. And then if I'm adding a bow, I'm just going to curl it, big curls right in the middle. It is awesome to work with. I love, love, love this ribbon. I think I have probably 4 rolls of it. Because it's perfect for something like this. It adds just enough, but isn't covering up your money, right? You can still see right through it. If I stopped crafting, I think I would be lost. Like, it's sometimes it's just my outlet. Now, I don't have time to just sit in here and just craft anymore like I used to, but when I want to, I know it's here. Um, I was searching, it is so funny. I was searching photos the other day because somebody's using my photos on Etsy. So I was going through my photos because I can't say anything if I can't prove it, right? I was going through my photos and I came across when I first, my very first kit. So my very first kit was the Ladybug kit. And I sold probably over 200 of them daggone things. And it was my first kit, so I was learning, trying to figure things out. And I literally had, like, look, I'll hold this up in just a minute. I had my whole living room. I had boxes everywhere, and Monk was in the middle of it, sitting in the boxes. And I'm like, I looked back at that and I was like, what in the world was I thinking? But to think that my first kit started all of this is just amazing. So when I looked at that, I was like, dang, you actually made it, girlfriend. Bam, bam, bam. So stay with it, y'all. So there you go. Simple, easy. The bow is not covering up anything. You can still see right through it. What's the SKU? I got it from Unique in the Creek. And the SKU is, yes, my glasses have not come in yet, RA 166018 from Unique in the Creek. Um, that's where I got it. But there you go. Isn't it pretty? Pretty simple, um, but makes a gorgeous statement. Beautiful roses. And this one is available on my website as well. So if you want the kit, there were only four. When I started, the kits are listed, the finished wreath is listed, and I am spring cleaning, y'all. So, and I've never done this before, all wreaths on my website are 30% off. So if you've been eyeballing a wreath, now's the time to get it because they're all 30% off. And I'm going through and I'm finding ones that I've never listed and getting those listed. And those are 30% off as well. So if you've been eyeballing one, go grab it. Um, because y'all, I've lost my mind. Literally lost my mind. Thanks for floating my boat. All right, y'all, that was it. What is today? Today's Wednesday. VIP, y'all are off again today. There is nothing going on in the VIP that I know of. Um, so I will probably, today is Wednesday, right? Um, oh, the code is spring. Sorry. Use the code spring in the coupon bar to get that 30% off. Thank you, Stacy, for saying that. Spring goes in the code in the discount bar. The see, it's already thrown my mind. All right, y'all, have an amazing day. I will probably see y'all tomorrow, and we'll see what else we can come up with. All right, have an awesome day. Bye, y'all. Oh, I have to go live from my computer. I have to end it there. Sorry. Oh